everybody. We are going to be working on self-defense techniques today. So we're kind of going to stray away from what we typically use for sparring. For most of us who know how to spar, we do everything above the belt. We don't hit to the back. We don't punch to the face. So there's like these whole bunch of rules that you have to focus on in sparring. In self-defense, it's the complete opposite. There are no rules, all right? In fact, if there were rules, I would say that the biggest one would be that you don't really kick above the belt at all, actually. Everything is below the belt to the sensitive areas. You've got the groin, you've got the knees, you've got all these really good pressure points that you can attack to incapacitate someone so you can get away if you're ever in a real life situation. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to warm up with some knee strikes first, all right? So everybody's just going to get into your sparring stance, all right? And we're going to go grab the person in front of us, and we're going to knee strike with our back leg, okay? I'm going to count us. We're going to do 10 on each side. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, hands at your feet. So you should feel a real follow through with that knee strike as your hands go past the knee. So it's like you're going through and making contact there. All right, guys? Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very nice. I'm going to borrow Master K here for a quick second. So we're kind of going to go over some of the places that you can strike with the knee strike, all right? Some of the most popular places are the gut. You can pull them down. If you get the opportunity to grab behind the head, you can knee strike to the head. But your main options are to the groin, and you can even knee strike to the pressure points on the leg. So it's a very versatile strike, actually. It's really good to use for that. Thank you, sir. All right, so let's go over some low kicks that you can do, all right? So the knee strike, it's kind of its own thing, but with kicks, your main two are going to be your front kick and your side kick, okay? And since those are aimed below the belt, I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. Both are going to be more like pushing techniques. So I'm actually pushing low with the front kick, or I'm pushing low with the side kick, okay? So we're just gonna do 5 front kicks on each side and 5 side kicks on each side, and I'm gonna face sideways so you can kind of see what we're going for, okay? By my count, front kick first. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good, now the other side. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Now the side kick. Ready? On the other side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Now the other side. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very nice. Those are your thrusting techniques. So the proper areas to strike with on those would be to the knees, especially. If you're able to get that side kick pushing down on the knee, you can really hyperextend or even break somebody on that, okay? So be very careful with these techniques. They are for real self-defense only. I wouldn't play around with these with your friends. I wouldn't, try them on each other for fun. This is mainly used to hit targets with. You can hit those as hard as you want. Just don't do them on each other for your safety, okay? All right, we're gonna do one more kick and then a couple of hand techniques, all right? The round kick is a wonderful kick to use for the sides of the legs and to drop somebody down from behind the knee, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get in my sparring stance, and once again, it is a low round kick. So I'm gonna come up with the knee but I'm going to turn it downward so that I can follow through and land forward. Now, if you notice, on most of these kicks, you're not going to rechamber, all right? There's not really ever a chance or a necessity that you would have to kick multiple times. Usually, you want the one kick to be powerful enough to do its job so that you can get away. All right, so watch that round kick again. I get that knee up, and I kick low without much of a rechamber at all. Okay? Let's do 5 together. Ready? And 1. Good. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Good. Now let's do it on the other side. Imagine you're coming behind someone's knee and you're pushing their leg so that they're forced to go down on the knee. All right, ready? 1. Good. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Excellent. And your point of contact on your own leg when you're doing the round kick, to make it most effective, is usually the lower part of your shin. So not even really the top of your foot, but the more powerful, sharper part of your shin to make the most impact, okay? All right, let's go over a few hand techniques this time. So I want to let you guys know that the move you really want to avoid using in self-defense is actually a punch. Although it can be very powerful, it can also be very dangerous to yourself, okay? When you're doing kinds of punches and stuff to a face, it's bony, just like your hand is bony. So bone-on-bone contact does not mix well. So you're in danger of hurting yourself just as much as your opponent if you use punches in real life self-defense. So we want to stick with 2 basic ones, which are the palm heel strike and the elbow strike, okay? So let's work on the palm heel first. Let's go and get to our sparring stance. Now remember, in self-defense, if I have my hands closed, I'm typically telling my opponent that I want to fight them. And that is not what I want to do. I want to defend myself and get away. I don't want them to attack me. So I want to keep my hands open, almost in a more submissive position, so they don't feel threatened like they need to attack you, okay? So you're going to have your hands open, and all you're going to do with whichever hand you want, you're going to shoot forward with your palm heel strike. So you're actually coming upward at an angle. You're actually going to be striking right under the nose, pushing it up towards the head, okay? So when I count, we're going to do 10 palm heels shooting forward. All right, ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, now the other side. Remember, just like on a kick where you don't rechamber, you want to make sure that you get a full extension before you pull back. You don't want to snap it and pull it back fast. You want to fully extend, and then you can pull it back. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very nice. All right, last one, the elbow strike. So if I roll up my sleeve here, whenever you make contact with an elbow strike, you don't want to hit with the tip, and you don't want to hit close to your wrist bone. You want to hit right here along that line. If you feel it, making sure that your wrist is sideways here, there's that little ridge that you want to hit with right there, okay? Keeping the fist tight to your body as you swing your arm. You don't want your arm to extend because then you'll risk hitting that bone, okay? All right, guys, so you're going to swing with your back arm just like you're swinging the baseball bat, forward, and then return, letting those hips draw all your power. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, other side. Ready? 1, 2, big twist. 3, 4, 5, other hands up. 6, 7, great for the face, for the chest. If you're low enough, you can even go to the gut with it, okay? If somebody's getting you from behind, just reverse that elbow strike so you can hit to the head or even low to the gut behind you this way as well, okay? Very nice work on that. And your homework to practice on your own is to work on putting combinations of these techniques together. So you're always ready to defend with your hands open, blocking, then countering with a palm heel or an elbow strike, and then finishing with, you got your knee strike, your push front kick, you've got your low side kick, and you've even got your low round kick, okay? So you can play around with different combinations, block, palm heel, knee strike, you could block, elbow strike, low round kick. You've got all kinds of things that you can practice with. And once you get a lot of repetition in, and you get it to be muscle memory, you're more likely to be able to react the way you need to in a real life situation, okay? Great working with you guys today. I hope you learned some stuff. Have fun working out.